So only watch this video if you have not been able to create the relationships yourself. The best way you learn Excel is by first trying it out yourself, and if it doesn't work, then you can check the video, not the other way around. So we're going to try to build this data model. You see, it's not the typical data model we're used to, because the typical data model would have a fact table in the middle, which is indeed the case for orders, and then it would only be connected to dimension tables like customers, calendar, and products. So what's special about this data model is that products, the dimension table, is linked to another dimension table, categories, and that customers, a dimension table, is linked to another dimension table, divisions. So this is called a snowflake data model. You don't have to know it, just for your information. Let's get started by building the relationship. So I'm going to connect orders to customers and orders to products and orders to calendar. So we go to Excel, we go to the data tab, and in the data tab you see this green button. There you click on relationships. We hit new. We always start by selecting the fact table. It's easy because we already indicated in the name that it's the fact table. Then we select the dimension table we want to link it with. So let's take products. Then we select the primary key of the dimension table. That's the column that identifies the unique items of that dimension table. So what column indicates each unique product? Well, that's the product ID. Yeah. And in the last one, we select something similar than the primary ID, the primary key, which in this case has exactly the same name. Then we hit OK, and if there's no error, then we did a good job. If there's an error, it's probably because you didn't remove duplicates in Power Query Editor. So in that case, you have to click on Get Data and then launch Power Query Editor and remove the duplicate product IDs in the product table, or in the sheet 3, I believe it is, if you haven't changed the name yet. Okay, let's make the relationships with the customers. So again, we start with the fact table. The related table is the customer table. What column identifies unique customers? Well, it's the customer ID. It's always a key or a number or a code, never a name, because names can be identical, but identification numbers cannot. And then the foreign key should be something similar than the primary key. We click OK, no problem. Another time we start with the fact table. This time we're going to connect it with the calendar. What indicates a unique row of the calendar table is the date. Every date is unique. And we're going to look for something that's similar to a date. Well, here, order date. This is similar. And we click OK. Let's go to Canvas and see what else we have to connect. So we have to connect divisions with customers. In this case, you could say that customers act as a kind of a fact table. So we start with customers and we go to divisions. So I click on new, customers, divisions, unique divisions are indicated by division ID. And here there's also some kind of a division ID. There you go. This is our first one, and then the last one. Products would function here as a kind of a fact table, categories as a dimension table. So let's start with products. New products. What was it? Divisions? I'm not sure. Let's go back. No, categories. Categories. Unique categories are indicated by category ID, and we also look for a category ID here. And now the relationships are made. You can visualize this, and actually you can also create these relationships. So what we've done here with relationships, You can also do it in Power Pivot. So if you click on the data model, and then you click on the diagram view. So we're now in Power Pivot. You can see the data model where the fact table is connected with all these dimension tables. It's a bit messy. It's not as beautiful as I arranged them in the screenshot in Excel, but at least you know that here in Power Pivot, you can see the relationships that you created. I'm going to close this now and show you one more time where you can access Power Pivot. So the green icon and then manage data model.